Tao Te Ching 8. The supreme good is like water, which nourishes all things without trying to. It is content with the low places that people disdain. Thus it is like the Tao. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. The highest kindness is like water. Water's kindness benefits everything, yet it doesn't strive. It even lives in places that everyone dislikes, like the Tao. The virtue of a home is its land. The virtue of the heart is its depth. The virtue of a friendship is its kindness. The virtue of speech is its honesty. The virtue of governing is establishing peaceful order. The virtue of doing your duty is being competent. The virtue of action is its timing. When there is no striving, there is no blame. I feel like these are both beautiful translations, and all of the references to water in the Tao Te Ching are all lovely. And I feel like there is a pattern with the numbers and which ones are referencing water, but I'll go into that in another time. So, creation is alignment. Trying is the opposite of creation. Trying is dying. Creation is alignment. So misalignment or trying would be destruction, the opposite of creation. The reaction to creation and reaction having the same letters. So trying is an inversion of being. You never have to try to be who you are. When you are yourself, you set the tone for everything and everybody around you. And lowness allows leverage. Leverage is power, essentially. Leverage is alignment, really. Like water is sweeping because it gets beneath everything. That's why it's so powerful. And also is patient. All the characteristics of water in their reference of being like the Tao, of like the consciousness, your consciousness. You could say like the supreme consciousness is like water, which nourishes all things without trying to. When you are your supreme consciousness, you are like water. You nourish everything in your environment without trying to, just because you're being yourself. So you refract that off of everything else. So in dwelling, live close to the ground, close to nature, close to the earth. Simple thinking, simple is pure, one ingredient. And then, you got the golden rule again, pretty much for these next two is, don't try to control or control is lost, and pretty much treat people how you would like to be treated ultimately. And it's not work if you enjoy it, and presence is true strength. So, and for this one, which is a beautiful translation, it's the Mandarin translation, so you can learn it in Mandarin. But it's basically just talking about water doesn't do anything it doesn't have to do. And it's the same thing for your consciousness. It does what it needs to do. Alignment is, pretty much exactitude, things being exact. So there's no excess. Extra is pretty much ugly. And it creates more need. Being extra is what creates the needs. So in this, there is no experience of lack or need, because everything takes care of itself. The virtue of home is its land. Again, it's like the space is where you're living at. The emptiness is what you live in. The virtue of the heart is its depth. The virtue of friendship is kindness. And the virtue of speech is honesty. So it's pretty much just like, don't speak unless it's honest. When you do that, then it will be virtuous. And then it will be of its own accord. It will just be from the core of your being. You won't even have to think about your speaking. It just happens. And same thing with friendship and everything. You don't have to try. It just is. These things just are. The virtue of governing is establishing peaceful order. So the reason that you would govern is not for anything other than to complement or enhance an order or an arrangement of things. The virtue of doing your duty is being competent. Again, everything takes care of itself. The process of being competent is fulfilling. And the virtue of action is its timing. If you wait till your mud settles and the water's clear, then the step that you need to take is going to be exact, and the action arises by itself. It takes itself. And so where there is no striving, there is no blame. The more you try, the more you die.